Monkey Island had quite the challenge when it was conceived, acting as a fitting continuation of developer LucasArts' acclaimed graphic adventure series, while updating it to work in a 5-episode plotline.
Thank you for your continued interest, and please go away.
Fortunately, the game succeeds in finding a balance between tense drama and fanciful escapism in now veteran pirate Guybrush Threepwood's quest to stop a voodoo pox from spreading.
Do you have anything to stave off the pox of LeChuck? His hand is really starting to annoy me.
The trademark offbeat humor of yore remains intact, along with an emphasis on quirky logic puzzles and more than a few quietly heartfelt moments spread throughout.
Elaine, my beautiful butter! I said, Elaine, my beautiful butter!
Beautiful butter?
I was gonna say buttercup, but you keep cutting me off!
Number 9. Dreamfall Chapters, The Longest Journey.
What is this place? A bad dream. I'm here to help you wake up.
Set to consist of 5 books, Dreamfall Chapters picks up from the bittersweet conclusion of its predecessor, Dreamfall The Longest Journey.
Sleeping Beauty. Coma as a fashion statement? No, that's awful.
Little by little, it builds up to the growing turmoil and mutually fascinating conflicts of its twin settings, the cyberpunk realm of Stark and the magical world of Arcadia.
I've been expecting you.
The game also toys with elements of Australian Aboriginal mythology, as well as themes of conspiracy and reality, to deliver a story where player interpretation and introspection are both welcomed.
You have a light within you. It's strong.
But I don't know how to turn it on.
Number 8. Game of Thrones.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Gaming is more than capable of embracing a you win or you die mentality, and this is proof.
Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me.
Telltale Games' 6-episode Game of Thrones project opted to grant the spotlight to House Forrester, a clan not seen in the TV show, but alluded to in the original books.
Lord Forrester, it was an honor to squire for him.
Its use of an established dark fantasy setting and its reliance on choice-based narrative permits Game of Thrones to tell an emotionally poignant tale about loss, betrayal, and sheer perseverance.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
Plus, it offers an alternate perspective on events and characters from the HBO series.
I keep thinking if I'd been there, I could have done something. But chances are, I'd be dead too.
Number 7. Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Pedro!
Don't scare me like that, Claire.
A little bit of old, a little bit of new, and no less intriguing for it. Revelations 2 brings classic heroes Barry Burton and Claire Redfield back from the sidelines, pairing them off with sidekicks as part of its carefully unfolding story.
No. It's too dangerous for you to come along.
Besides merging the unsettling atmosphere of the older Resident Evil games with the post-Resident Evil 4 combat mechanics, this 4-part game does an admirable job of tackling asymmetrical gameplay. Most of the time, players have control of one combat-savvy character with an affinity for guns, and one specialized character useful for exploration or melee battles. Nicely done, Capcom.
Who's the master of unlocking now, huh?
Number 6. Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh, what the hell?
Catch a ride, won't ya? Tales from Borderlands puts players in the dual roles of Reese, an ambitious employee of Hyperion, and Fiona, a con artist.
Your business deals always go like that?
He said he'd do something, then he didn't.
Each episode provides Reese and Fiona's distinct perspectives on events, allowing for amusing contradictions and giving players a greater sense of the big picture.
I propose that we form an alliance for the return of the funds.
Capital. Really? Is that what you're going with?
More of note, however, is the game's overall embodiment of the black comedy and unusual characters that make the Borderlands franchise so beloved. It's a testament to Telltale's writing ability that their usual mix of dialogue-centric adventure game design and player-controlled choices blend so well with this universe. Number 5. Kentucky Route Zero. Though the future is still uncertain, things look good for this indie game. You are Conway, a truck driver sent on deliveries that take him down the strange and mysterious Route Zero of the title. What's disarming is the game's scaled-back approach to graphic adventure design. There are no typical puzzles or obstacles to overcome, with focus being placed on mood building and the story. Yet this angle serves Kentucky Route Zero well, as it lets gamers engage with the game's slowly unfolding mysteries and tangible atmosphere at their own pace.
Feeling kind of blue, boys, feeling kind of blue.
Number 4. The Wolf Among Us.
There hasn't been a murder in Fabletown in a long time.
All the more reason we shouldn't start a panic before we know what's going on.
Fairy tale creatures and characters in modern New York City. That's a hell of a hook.
Mr. Toad?
Shit. Luckily, Telltale Games uses the premise of the Fables comic book to great effect, putting us in the world-weary shoes of Sheriff Bigby Wolf, formerly the Big Bad Wolf.
You ate a lot of people back in your day.
Its ability to tie to the comics canon and toy with established relationships is second only to the expertly implemented use of the 1980s setting, complete with an era-appropriate soundtrack. However, it also takes time to build a neo-noir detective story that balances a sense of tension and the need to incorporate player choices from episode to episode.
Whatever it costs, it's worth it. You don't want me catching you out of glamour again.
Number 3. StarCraft II.
Hell, it's about time.
A saga begins, reaches its climax, and ends in glory.
The end war has come.
This is the mold set by developer Blizzard Entertainment's StarCraft trilogy, consisting of Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and Legacy of the Void.
At long last, we stand at the threshold of destiny.
From the story side of things, each installment adds further nuance to the universe's characters and conflicts, building to an intense and cathartic resolution.
You reading all this? You have your orders, Mr. Findlay.
Yet, the 3 components of the total StarCraft experience also delivered on tweaks to the core real-time strategy gameplay, from offering branching mission paths to carefully modifying existing unit abilities. And that's to say nothing of the multiplayer tweaks that come with each entry.
Their actions are intelligent, beyond feral Zerg.
Number 2. Life is Strange.
Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too, and yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
So simple a title, yet so poignant. Square Enix wisely opted to publish this work from game company Don't Nod Entertainment, about a photography student named Maxine who suddenly finds that she has the power to turn back time.
Whoa!
Thus, over the course of 5 episodes, the player controls Maxine in her efforts to intervene in the lives of her friends and people in her hometown, with awe-inspiring results.
Holy shit!
Along the way, players are treated to a game where consequences visibly endure, punctuated by a quietly evocative indie soundtrack and interesting twists on standard adventure game puzzles.
I don't see any control over this chaos. Oh, right, except for your ability to, manipulate time and space.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
No. Impossible.
I wake up every morning feeling awesome. Even though I slept on the remote again last night. Ow!
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You can be whatever you want to be. What if I want to be a winner? Except that. Anything else, though?
Number 1. The Walking Dead.
Man.
Yes, Telltale is the modern master of the episodic model.
Please, listen to him.
Please don't kick me out of the group!
At least, that's our impression after experiencing The Walking Dead, a 5-episode game focused on the relationship between history professor Lee Everett and his young charge Clementine amid a zombie apocalypse.
Hurry, come on! Clint, get inside the RV!
From the increasingly grueling decisions, to the moral and ethical quandaries raised, to even the complex nature of its characters, everything contributes to this bittersweet tale of survival.
All we need is food.
But there is no food. You know that better than anyone.
Well, we'll just have to find some.
The directorial flourish and emotional power behind The Walking Dead proved popular enough for Telltale to produce the equally acclaimed Season 2, for which we're all thankful. Also a little distraught, but mostly thankful.
Be careful in there.
What? You think there might be something dangerous inside an abandoned locomotive? Hadn't crossed my mind.
Do you agree with our last